Hi guys, Tuva here. Welcome to this video. I want to talk to you today about your auras. How many of you out there can look and see auras? There's a lot out there that can't see them, and so I thought it would be great to introduce to you how to see your aura very quickly. Not only your auras, other people's auras, animals' auras, and plant auras, and especially trees. They're fantastic to look at. When you first start, you will see around the body like a halo, and it will be sort of misty, or it might just be an outline. If you're going to look at somebody's aura, is to unfocus your eyes, and some people have a difficulty in doing that. You are going to look at the hand and just let your eyes fall out of focus, and when that focus starts to go, just let your mind go blank. Don't tell it what it is you're trying to see. I want you to look in between the fingers, imagining like if there was a web there, and unfocus your eyes. You will start to see an outline around. Now, in the daytime you can see it as well as at the night. A lot of people put it against the background of a white wall, and I don't always agree with that, because if you've got to do something against a white wall all the time, you're not going to be progressing your ability. What you want to be doing is actually seeing it as it is, and that takes your mind to be able to do it, and your third eye, because this is what is seeing it, not your physical eyes but your inner eye. So once you start to see it, the colours will then start to come, and then the shapes of how the aura looks. So the first step would be, as I said, to look at your hand, look between for no longer than a few minutes, because you don't want to tire your mind out. You'll start to get headaches, and you don't want that. So you ask, what is the aura? Well, the aura is made up of different fields, so you've got 7 layers that we know of, and I will always say to you that there are possibly a lot more that we don't perceive, because we're not in that dimensional state. We are divine. We are the divine. In magic, the first thing you learn is that we are divine. We represent divinity on the earth. And so, how much more can we have the divine around us? And if you look at paintings that were done in the 14th and 15th century, you will often see the saints with this glow around them, this aura. Even back then, they knew it existed, and they knew that the aura of a perfect person would be gold. It would be a beautiful colour. It would radiate. So, how much more can we radiate? There are exercises that you can do that will help you to see your auras. Sometimes it's better to wait till the evening, hold a torch, or have it near a lamp. So have the room dark and have a small lamp or a small torch. Put your hand just away from it and look at it. You will start to see this outline around your fingers. Don't look so close up either, guys, not around there. It will probably be about that much away from your hand, almost like somebody's hand that is much bigger is just behind it and would look a bit like that, like a shadow, but not a shadow, because it would be a totally different colour. Another one is to train your eyes to go off focus. Sometimes when we are thinking about something and we daydream, our minds go off focus, our eyes go off focus, and we sit there daydreaming. It's a similar thing to that. because you need your eyes to relax. You need them to be able to just go off on their own, to allow yourself to perceive what others can't see. When you learn to do it, obviously if you blink you have to start again, and I'm not telling you to stop blinking because that's an impossibility, but if you do relax your eyes out of focus, then you will start to see it. And once you've seen it, you can then see it without any effort whatsoever. Over the years I can now look at somebody and I get a fleeting glance at what their auras look like. It's not there all the time, because obviously it doesn't work that way for me. For others it might do, but it takes a lot of work to keep that aura going. Say for example I had somebody come in and they wanted me to check their aura. I would meditate, get myself in the right state of mind, drinking water, making sure I haven't eaten anything, because when you're doing spiritual work you want to eat afterwards to ground yourself. So I would get the client and sit them there and I would talk to them happily, get them comfortable, get them so that they're relaxed. And then when I think the energy is right, I would look at them, and I'd look at them sort of on the side and let my eyes relax, and there it will be in all its glory. Then you can see where there might be problems going on, because our auras are parts of us. Just because they're energy does not make them perfect, that we still have to look after them as such. Once we know they're there, we need to make sure there's no holes in them or dents in them or bits missing, because that can happen. That can have an effect on our bodies, our magic, the way we practice, how we see and hear and feel. I'm going to also do a video on aura stripping, and that is a good way of being able to get to the core of matters, to deal with what's going on and then to rebuild it afterwards. But the first thing you need to be able to do is to see it, because how can you work on anything that you can't see, hear, feel or know? So this video today, a quick one, just to show you a couple of exercises that you can do on a daily basis. If you're very interested in doing it, the more you do, the more you'll be able to do. We need to be able to do these things regular so that we can build it up. One thing I will say, guys, once you've built it up, doesn't mean you can stop, because even myself have to practice and have to do things to keep it at that level, and we never stop learning. Anyone that says I am the best in all this is fooling themselves, because we do need to carry on practicing and learning. We never stop, because that is our minds. We only use a third of them. It's all that we can fill up, a bit like a hard drive. So with the aura, the first step, as I said, is to see the outline. And once you've been doing that for a while, you will start to see like fluffy bits attached. So it might be on top of what you're seeing, but it'll be like splodges here and there, mauve or pink or blue, very pale at first, or yellow, and then you start to see that they merge and they become intertwined, and it's like they're moving. It's not static. It's not like somebody has drawn around your body. It's energy. It moves. It's alive, and it's part of you. There are different shapes depending on how that person is. There are shapes that are flying out. There are shapes that are all like bubbles, and there are shapes that are like rigid, well, look rigid even though they're not. And you will find that those shapes will actually be like the personality of the people. It's quite funny in a way, because we are so connected to our energy fields. Also, Guys, everybody has one. Everything that lives, even stones, believe it or not, everything on this earth plane, anything on Midgard has an energy around it, because that is what helps us live. It's an energy pack. It keeps us healthy in some ways, but it also is the spiritual part of us. Deep within is the core, the thing that needs the protecting, the coating. It would be a bit like if you had battery juice, you need the covering because otherwise it will burn. And it's the same thing. We have a middle part, and depending on the state of that middle part is down to whether we are maybe having problems with our auric fields. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. The exercises are, as I said, hold your hand up, relax the eyes, meditate beforehand, ask your guides to help you, ask your deity to help you. Whoever it is you're working with, ask them for their aid. Get a lamp or a torch and put it behind your hand. Try to look from the side view onto it. Try to do it at night to start with, and then practice. And as you do, you will see it progress. Let me know down in the comments, guys, whether you are able to see them or whether you're just starting to learn, whether or not it's progressing and what you are actually seeing would be great to know, because different people can perceive it in different ways, and I'm so interested in how you guys might be seeing them, because it might be different to the way I do. Have a wonderful weekend wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be. I wish you the best ever. House of the Lang.